entering data in a table, table tools and formatting a table style, aligning text in a table, charts and its components, and inserting and formatting the chart. So before starting the chapter, let me inform you that at the end of this video, I had given some questions related to this chapter. And your work is to find the answer of that questions and write in your computer assignment copy. Clear? So listen the explanation carefully. Now let's start with the introduction of PowerPoint. PowerPoint is a presentation software that allows you to create dynamic slide presentation that can include animation, narration, images and videos. And this is the symbol of PowerPoint 2010. And it helps to communicate our views and ideas effectively using diagram, photos, chart, sound, animated special effect, etc. And in this chapter I will also show you how to use and modify the ribbon and the quick access toolbar, in addition to learning how to insert table and charts and the way to format it. So let's start. See here. First is how to insert a table. That figure that you are seeing on your screen. When you open PowerPoint, you have to select, first click on Home tab. Then one option is given for New Slide. When you click on New Slide, it will show you the 9 slide layout option. Okay, and you have to select the second one, title and content. In title and content, see here it is selected insert table. You have to click on that figure for insert table. Okay, then one dialog box will appear. This dialog box will appear of insert table. You have to define the number of columns and rows that you want and then click on OK button. Okay, only this much you have to do. Means first click on Home tab, then New Slide drop down arrow. It will give you slide layout. Then select the title and content layout. Then in title and content, you have to click on Insert Table icon. Then Table Insert Table dialog box will appear. And you have to define the number of row and columns. And after that, you have to click on OK button. Now one word we will use, cell. Cell is the intersection of row and columns. That basically one box we are showing in Excel, that is known as cell. And if you want any help in MS PowerPoint, for this F1 key is used. F1 key is to open the help window in PowerPoint 2010. Now when you insert the table, the next step is to enter the data. Means how to enter data in table. For this, simply place the mouse pointer in the first cell where you will start typing. Okay, then type the heading and then with the help of tab key or arrow key, move to cursor to the next cell and then type their heading. Okay, so simply just click with the mouse cursor on the cell you want to type, and for going to the next cell you will use tab key or arrow key. Okay, if you want to do some modification in table, means if you want to add row or if you want to insert background colors, then we will discuss here now. For inserting row, place the cursor in the cell and right click from the mouse button. Then one shortcut menu will appear in this insert option, and then it will give you two options for row, insert row above and insert row below. So you will select according to your options and then it will insert. Okay, for deleting row, same simple process. Select the row and column and then click on the delete button. Simple. Now next is table tool. See in diagram, when you insert table, one more option with tools will appear on your desktop, that is table tool. In this, various tools are present in design and layout. See, first diagram shows the tools present in design tab, and second one shows the tools present for layout. Okay, in design you will change the border, shading, draw table, table style, or merging the table. This much you will do with design tab. And for layout, view grid lines, delete, insert row, column, insert left or right, or to change their column width or height. Okay. Now one by one we will do about changing or formatting, like table, shading, border, insert it, changing the color. This you will do. First one is formatting the table style. Suppose you had entered the table. Now you want to change its style. So simple options are there. First select the table that you want to change. Then click on the design tab. Then it will give you a more drop down arrow option. This arrow is called drop down arrow. Okay. This you will click, and then it will give you option for selecting the design. Then select the desired style that you want to insert. Okay. Now next is to change table shading. If you don't like the shading of that table and you want to change it, first you have to select the table, then click on design tab. Now select the row and columns that you want to modify. Then click on shading option. This shading option is present in table style group, and it will give you several option or list of shading command. Select according to your choice that you want to insert. Clear? Now next one is how to apply border. Firstly, Microsoft PowerPoint allows you to add border to a table, and border basically helps to improve the appearance of the table. It just change or modify the appearance of it. So for applying border, first you have to select the cells, row and columns that you want to modify. Then one option is given border button. When you click on the border button, arrow is given after that. Then table style will open. Then select all border option from the drop down menu, and border will applied on the selected cell, row or columns. Okay. Now simply you have to just select the cell, row and columns you want to modify. Then with the help of border button, you will select the border of your type, and then it will change. Now if you want to change border color, see pen color here at last. See in design layout, border options are given. From this border you will change the appearance of border. Now for changing border color you will use pen color. It is used to change the cell, row or columns border color. Basically first you have to select the table. Then click on this border color button as shown in figure. Click on it. Then one color palette will open. Then choose the color that you wish to change, and or simply drag the mouse on the table border. Clear? Simple. You have to click on design tab and then pen color. Select the color of your choice. Click it or simply drag the mouse upon the cell or column. So steps to apply border color. Select the table, click on the pen color button on the design tab, then one color palette will appear. Choose the color you require, and the mouse pointer changes to the pencil shape. Now click on the border whose color you wish to change, or simply drag the mouse on the cell border and then release the button, and you will change that. Your line color will be changed. Okay, or if you want to erase it, border. So to erase a line of the table, click on eraser tool. Eraser tools are also present here in design tab, and drag the position of mouse pointer, then it will erase it. Okay, now next is for border style. This tool is very helpful in changing the line style of the table. See in diagram, it will change the line style. When you click on drop down arrow button of this pen style, it will give you option about the thickness of that line and the style of that line. So for this also you have to select the table that you want to change. Then click on the pen style list box on design tab, and design tab is present under the table tools. Then one menu will appear. You have to select the style that you want to change, and in this also mouse pointer changes to a pencil shape. Now place the mouse pointer on any border of the table and click on it, or simply drag the mouse pointer on it, then style will change. So this is about the inserting table and doing formatting in the table, changing border, color, style, shadow, all these. Now next is for align text in the table. Alignment. Alignment refers to the positioning of text in a table cell, row or column. Means position of text from where you want to start typing. And by default the text is aligned to the top of the cell. Now see in diagram, you will find 6 alignment buttons on the layout tab. Had given with diagram. Align text left, center, align text right, align top, center vertically, and align bottom. And according to their name, their functions are also there. Means if you want to start typing from left corner, then you will select align text left. If you want to start your typing from right side, you will select align text right. If you want to start from center position, you have to select center. Similarly, if you want to start your typing from bottom of the page, then you will select align bottom. Clear? So this work, all the 6 alignment works according to their name. This is as simple as it is. So for this you have to select the cell, row and columns if you want to change the alignment. You have to select the row column whose alignment you want to change. Now click on the center vertically button in the alignment group on the layout tab. Suppose you had written from the left side as usual. Now if you want to change that all pattern in center, so select the cell, click on the alignment group and select the center option. Likewise, you can select any alignment from the given choice. Next is chart and its component. Chart. Why they had implied the chart in PowerPoint? Chart is an effective way to display data in pictorial or graphical form. It make it easier to show comparison and growth, relationship among the values or trend in data. So we can easily compare between the data with the help of chart, and it provide an accurate analysis of the information. So the chart get updated automatic with any change in the data. When you suppose you had mentioned one data in your Excel, and with the help of this you had inserted the chart. Now if you are doing any change in the Excel or that data, the chart will automatic update. Now there are the several components of chart. See, with the help of numbers I had shown here. First one is chart area, then category axis, third is value axis, fourth data series, fifth category name, sixth plot area, seventh legend, 8th, chart title, and 9th, grid lines. So we will see this one by one. First is chart area. Chart area includes the complete area and all the objects in the chart. That all the data and object we had made in chart, this include the chart area. Second one is category axis. Category axis or x-axis. It is also called the horizontal axis, and the subject of analysis is plotted against the x-axis. It shows like a graph paper that you are using in maths. So on the x-axis, subject of analysis is plotted. Third one is value axis. Value axis or y-axis. It is on vertical axis and used to plot the values. Now difference between category and value axis is on x-axis we plotted the subject of analysis, and on y-axis we plotted the values. Okay. Now next is data series. Data series are the bar, slices or the other element that shows the data value. In this diagram previously I had shown, I had used the bar chart. Okay, so it can be kind of bar chart, slides, pie chart or other element that shows the data values. They are data series. Next is category name. The category name are the label displayed on the x and y axis. The name we had given to x axis and y axis are their category name. Next is plot area. The plot area is the window within the chart area, and it contains the actual chart itself and include the plotted data, data series, category axis and value axis. Means it shows the complete window of the chart area. Next is legend. It depicts the color, pattern and symbol that are assigned to the data series. So if you see in the figure, you can change their data color or pattern with the help of legend. Next is chart title. With the name it shows, it describes the aim and content of the chart. Means why you had made the chart with the topic or heading or title. Next is grid lines. Grid lines, these can either be horizontal or vertical depending on selected chart type, and they extend across the plot area of the chart. So grid line make it easier to read and understand the value. So these are the 9 components of the chart that is very important while using the chart program. Okay. Now next, how to insert chart. Okay, before inserting chart in Excel or in other software, you have to save some data. Like in figure, it has already saved a data as monthly expenses. See, first diagram shows the chart, second diagram shows the data of that chart. Means first we have to prepare that data of chart and then convert into chart form. Okay, so first before inserting chart you have some data, like here monthly expenses, and after completing that data click on the layout button present on the home tab, then select title and content layout. And first option is given to click to add title. There you will type monthly expenses. Okay, in title you have to write monthly expenses. Now click on the insert tab. In insert tab options are given insert chart, or in starting I had shown you in title and content icons are present for inserting table, for inserting chart. So from there also you can click on the insert chart. So insert chart dialog box will appear. Select the type of chart from the left side and in this I selected the column chart and then click on OK button. Then the chart will display with the data sheet that contains the default data. First one is the form of chart and second diagram shows the data sheet. Okay, so steps: click on home tab, then in insert slide options are given title and content. When you click on title and content option, in title you have to write monthly expenses and in content several icons are present. You have to click on chart icon. Okay, when you click on chart icon, then insert chart dialog box will appear. Select the type of chart you want to insert and then click OK. Clear? Now next is changing the chart type. In this diagram I had selected the column chart. Now if I want to change it, then select the chart, click on the design tab, and like in table, design table is present under table tool. So in chart, design tab is present under chart tool. Okay, so under chart tool, design tab you have to click, then click on the change chart type button. Then one dialog box will appear of chart and select the type of chart you want to change and click OK. And then chart will change according to your selected pattern. Now you want to modify the chart layout. Formatting means it improves the appearance of the chart. Means simply you had inserted a chart. Now you want to add title, you want to change text, font, line, color, width, border style, data series, anything that you want to change. So when we insert a chart, the three new tabs will appear: design, layout and format. So these various chart tools and commands allow you to modify the format the chart. Now how to modify the chart layout? Here in design tab you will get this chart layout as shown in figure. So basically the chart layout determines how a specific chart information will appear. So to change the chart layout, first select the chart that you want to change and click on the design tab. Now chart layout group will open. You have to click on more drop down arrow. Then you will see all the available chart layout options are present there. Okay. Here three are shows in the figure. In right side, down side, more drop down arrow button is present. When you click on it, you will get the all options of different type of chart layout. Select the chart that you want to insert. Okay, and use the tools on format tab. Now if you want to change the outline, text or many more changes, then you will select the format tab. Okay, now if you want to change the shape and color, then how to change the background colors or pattern of the chart? For this, first see this diagram. It is present on the format plot area. What is plot area? I told you. Plot area is the window within the chart area. That all the area that belongs to the chart area, that is plot area. Now here you will format it: border, color, style, shadow, 3D format and inserting color also. So for this you have to right click on plot area. Then you have to select the format plot area option and then select the border style, border color and shadow effect according to your choice, whatever you want to change. See, several options are given. If you want to fill color, select on fill. If you want to change border color, select the border color. If you want to change border style, select border style. If you want to add 3D format, then click on 3D format. Okay. For now, you want to change color. So in fill option, several options are given. First one is no fill, means default color it will show. Second is solid fill. Simple colors it will show, display you. Gradient fill, it will show the ranges of color from light to dark. Next is picture or texture fill. Now in plot area, if you want to make it more attractive, you can add picture after it. Next is for pattern fill, and last one is for automatic. So see, in this diagram it has selected the picture option. So in texture, in front of texture, more drop down arrow button is present. Click on it. It will give you the dialog box of different types of texture. Then select whatever the type you want to insert in the plot area. Then close it. So steps for changing background colors and patterns are: right click on the plot area, then one format plot area dialog box will appear. Then select the format plot area. It will give you option for changing border style, border color and shadow effect. Click on the fill tab. In fill tab, click on the picture or texture fill. Now select the texture button and choose the required texture from the displayed choices. Several choice it will show you. You have to select according to your choice. Now after completing and formatting, click on the close button and observe it, how it changed. Okay. To start slideshow, I think in previous class also you had learned this. F5 key is used. So basically two keys I showed you. F1 for help window and F5 to start the slideshow from beginning. These two you have to remember. Okay. Now I hope you all understood the process to insert and format the table and chart in PowerPoint 2010. Now students, I am giving you some questions. You have to find their answer and write in your computer assignment copy. So these are the questions that you have to do in copy. First one is, which type of slide layout appears by default while opening Microsoft PowerPoint? Means when you open the Microsoft PowerPoint, by default, which type of slide layout is selected? That slide layout name you have to write. Second is, what is table? What is table you have to write. What is table, what is the use and why we insert it. Third, name all the alignment buttons present on the layout tab. This is as it is I explain you in this video. Next is importance of chart. What are the importance of chart and why we need to insert it. And last one is differentiate between category axis and value axis. These two are the components of chart. You have to give the differentiation between these two axes. Okay. Till then, stay at home, stay safe.